agree on? Mike Trout is great at hitting baseballs. So instead of trying to describe the feats of one of the best in history, let's all take a moment to reflect and enjoy what we're seeing. Join us next, won't you?
It's been a fun 3 games here in Toronto. The road trip, as a matter of fact, has been pretty good. The Angels 5-2 coming into play tonight, looking for the series sweep of the Toronto Blue Jays here at the Rogers Center tonight. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels baseball on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubicza and Victor Rojas. So glad you could join us once again. And of course, when we talk about Mike Trout, he just never ceases to amaze. He really is right now playing a video game, and we're just watching.
Oh, he's been unbelievable. Yesterday's game, an all-time high as far as RBI with 7, a couple home runs, a grand slam. But what he has done this entire season now, leading the American League in so many categories, you're going to have to start creating some categories to see if Trout can go out and challenge that as well. Even leads the American League as far as hit by pitches, total bases, extra base hits. He's crushing the baseball, tied with home runs. Mike Trout has done it all. He is an offensive machine right now, crushing the baseball. It's just a matter of how far the baseball will go off his bat at this particular moment. And look for him to do so again tonight. I'll tell you, he is so much fun to watch. And I'll tell you what, we were pretty lucky to be able to see it.
No question about it. Left-hander Clayton Richard is on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays. The Angels will counter with their own left-hander, Jose Suarez. The youngsters on the mound for the Angels, looking for that sweep. We're just about ready for baseball here in Canada. Sit back, relax. Going to bring in lineups and first pitch when we return.
Tonight for the first time of this 4-game series. Hopefully that doesn't mess with the Angels' mojo. It has been going really well on this road trip, and see if they can keep it going before heading off to St. Louis tonight to kick off a 3-game set interleague action against the Cardinals. And Albert Pujols' first return back to St. Louis since he joined the Angels. That will be tomorrow night. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Los Angeles Angels. They come into play with a 38-37 record. It'll be David Fletcher leading things off in left field. Mike Trout is in center. Justin Upton will DH tonight. Cole Calhoun in right. Albert Pujols at first. Tommy La Stella at third. Luis Rengifo at second base. Dustin Garneau called up today. He is behind the plate batting eighth. Kevin Smith placed on the DL, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. And Wilfredo Tovar batting ninth, playing shortstop as they take on the 35-year-old left-hander native of Lafayette, Indiana, Clayton Richard on the mound for Toronto.
Yeah, Richard's fastball going to be 88-92, although a slider and occasional changeup, but mostly all fastballs. My go-tos to be successful against Clayton here this evening, the way this club has been swinging the bat, is bring that fastball above the knees. 333 batting average with pitches in the strike zone. And then don't be in a pull mode against him, because he will try to go to sink that fastball away, backdoor slider, stay back. The Angels have been pulling the baseball quite a bit. You got to stay back and use the middle of the field.
First one is in for a strike. Tim Timmons calling the balls and strikes tonight. Rob Drake at first, Mike Machlinski at second. Mike Winters, the crew chief, at third base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Richard making his 6th start of the season. Bothered with the knee injury in spring training. As Fletcher shoots one out towards center field, Teoscar Hernandez moves over, and there's the first out of the game. Take a look at the Toronto Blue Jays on the defensive side of things behind Clayton tonight. Then it looks like this with Gurriel on left. Hernandez we just saw in center field. Randall Grichuk is in right field. Guerrero and Galvis on the left side. Biggio and Tellez on the right, and Mailey behind the plate.
And Galvis has a pretty solid 4th best fielding percentage in the American League amongst shortstops. 43 double plays turned, his 5 errors this year for Freddie Galvis. Clayton Richard throws a lot of fastballs, about 70% pitches fastballs.
1-0 to Trout. Down and in, 2 balls, no strikes. Works from that third base side of the rubber in the modified windup. Trout hitting .299, 22 home runs, 56 runs batted in, 17 doubles, 1 triple to add to that, and a .462 on base percentage as he takes way inside. And it is 3-0.
That's where I blame Richard for not throwing anything close to the strike zone against Trout here.
And there's a 4-pitch walk.
Justin Upton coming to play. Let's take a look at our Carl's Cam replay, what he has done in this series against the Jays. First pitch he saw the 2019 campaign, a cut fastball from Edwin Jackson, hits that one out. And then last night, after that big game for Mike Trout, he indeed gets a fastball, lower part of the strike zone, and he crushed that one out, well out to left center field. 2 home runs, 3 games, 3 starts for Upton.
He crushed one yesterday, second home run. Had some sound to it. That's sound with the roof open. You can only imagine if the Angels do what they've done in the first 3 games of this series with the roof closed.
Yes.
It'll reverberate throughout this ballpark. Slightly different feel with the roof closed. Upton pulls one towards short. That is caught by Galvis. We're trying to figure it out. Yes, it is. Mike Washlinski, a little bit of a delayed call. And it's an out. It's caught in the air. 2 outs. Trout at first base. Upton's not happy because he didn't know what was going on. Neither did we. It was kind of a delayed call. Looked at third base. Mike Winters didn't make a call. Neither did Washlinski.
Well, it actually works out that he catches that ball in the air. As hard as that baseball was hit, that's going to be an easy double play turn. Instead, it gives Cole a chance to swing the bat here in the first inning.
So 2 outs. Trout over at first base. Here's Cole. 239 on the year. 16 home runs and 38 runs batted in. Shift is on Guerrero, the third baseman, at the shortstop position. 3 infielders on the right side. All in the dirt. Cole hits one right to Guerrero. He'll flip it over to Freddie Galvis. They force out Trout, and we'll head to the bottom of the first with no score. It's Freddie Galvis to short behind the plate, batting 9. Jose Suarez on the mound for the Angels. This will be his 4th start. 2-1 with a 4.50 ERA.
Yeah, fastball is 90-94. Although a slider, occasional curveball, and very, very good changeup.
16 innings of work for Suarez. 14 hits, 13 strikeouts, and 6 walks. First one down and away. Sogard hitting .291.
That's unusual to see him take the first pitch.
Wasn't close enough. He's usually hacking. Multi-hit game last night. 2 for 5. Picked up a couple of runs batted in. Counting that up at a ball and a strike. One and 2.
Boy, perfect spot with a fastball. Changeup and paints a fastball.
That off-speed pitch that he likes to throw, the changeup. Jose's last start against the Rays picked up the W, went 5 2/3, 81 pitches, 3 runs on 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. Now the 2-2. That is pulled into right field. That'll go for extra bases. Off the top of the wall and over. Sogard with his 10th double of the year. The Blue Jays with a man in scoring position.
Always seems to have a good at bat against Angel pitching for Sogard. All speed pitch, turned on it, stayed back well on it. Good balance, follow through on the swing, and in one hops to the top of the wall and goes over the wall for a double.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. 255 on the year with 7 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Picked up his first hit against the Angels last night in the first inning. It was a double. 1 for 3 with 2 walks.
Establishing that lower part of the strike zone. That should work well with his changeup, starting that same plane and have that fall off the bottom of the strike zone.
One, two. Downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mentioned Dustin Garneau serving as far as his battery mate Kevin Smith, placed on the 10-day injured list with left hand metacarpal sprain. Said he hurt it swinging a bat. 2-2. Full count.
Guerrero Jr. playing pretty patient at this at bat so far against Suarez. Jose trying to get him to chase.
Gurriel on deck. Leadoff double for Sogard. 3-2. Foul tipped into the glove. There's out number 1. Guerrero saying that ball hit the dirt. 1 down.
See if it did indeed. He made contact. Better angle. I was able to get that in the glove.
Yep. And the webbing.
Big strikeout.
1 out, 1 on. Gurriel, the left fielder. 0 for 4 last night with a walk. Falling behind these hitters. Not a good thing. We saw a little bit of that last night. Andrew Heaney, not his cleanest of outings. This is line to left field, a base hit. Sogard was moving back to second, so they will not score him. For the Blue Jays with runners at the corners now. Cavan Biggio coming up.
Yeah, fortunate enough that ball was hit so hard and Sogard had to wait for it to get by Tovar at short. Keeps a double play in order. Suarez has had a couple of double plays turned behind him this year already. Just by Tovar's dive. Fletcher gets it in quickly, keeping a double play in order.
Biggio, the second baseman, 212, 5 home runs, and 10 runs batted in. Over 3 last night with a walk. Toronto 6 hits, 6 runs last night. A little bit of trouble here for Jose. And Biggio shoots one out to center field. Deep enough to score Sogard. Throw comes to second base, and the Blue Jays have the early 1-0 leads. This one gets away, but Lostello's there. Biggio picks up his 11th run batted in.
He's been pretty patient throughout the series, but he wanted to get a pitch up to hit in the air, and he did so to dead center field. And long enough, far enough back there, Trout had to run back on it. Sac fly, early lead for the Jays here tonight.
Oscar Hernandez now up.
Suarez has a good move too to first base. timeout. 3 earned runs in 5 2/3. Just 1 walk, 3 punchies.
One count on Teoscar Hernandez. Came out of the game on Monday after banging into the wall in left center field. Had 2 plate appearances in the series, or in that game, I should say. Went 0 for 2. And another 2-0 count for Suarez.
One thing we've seen from Suarez in his brief major league career is has fallen behind quite a bit. He has the ability to get back in the count or get some outs even behind with his changeup.
Top part of the zone. Hernandez hitting .208, 7 doubles, a triple, 6 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Three and one.
Early on, not quite his feel for his changeup. The plus pitch for him throws about 40% of his pitches are changeups.
Two stolen bases on the year for Gurriel. Been caught once. The Blue Jays second to last in the American League in total bags. Just 19 of them. Hernandez and Sogard lead the way with 4. 3-1. This is lined out to right field and hit well. Cole going back, and that is gone. 3-0 Toronto. Again, keep falling behind. It doesn't matter how this team has struggled offensively. Most big league hitters are going to be feeling pretty good about the counts when they're in this favor.
Yeah, getting to the center in on one pitch and going the other way. Baseball flies in this ballpark whether the roof is open or not. Just like that, the Jays up 3-0. Fastball, looking fastball, gets it, then try to pull it, stayed back on it, and lines it out to right field. 7th of the year.
Randal Grichuk at the plate. Grichuk had played center field the last 2 games, moves over to right with Hernandez back in the lineup. Shoots this one out to left center field and a base hit, if not more. Fletch over to cut it off. Grichuk keeps on running. The throw is cut off. 4th hit allowed by Suarez here in the first.
Fastball lower part of the strike zone and had a little bit of cut action. Grichuk, he's been ahead of the count, 351 hitter this year. Behind in the count, completely different.
Suarez has been a 1-pitch pitcher so far here in the first. 12th double of the year for Grichuk. Rowdy Tellez due up. Tellez, the first baseman, at .220 on the year. He had a multi-homer game last night. He's got 13 on the season. 9 doubles, 34 runs batted in. Guessing first pitch fastball.
Well, the way the offense has swung the bats on this road trip, and especially here in this yard, you just got to put the last couple of batters behind you and move forward for youngster Jose Suarez. Limit the damage here and get the offense going. Albert Pujols will be leading off.
0-1. Misses. If it's counted a ball and a strike.
Need a lot of changeups in the first inning for Suarez.
Now the 1-2. Velez strikes out. 3 runs on the board for the Blue Jays. We're ahead of the second. The Angels play from behind. Three 0 Blue Jays here in the second. Pujols, La Stella, and Rengifo to face Clayton Richard. The first one is inside. Blue Jays stacking the infield with 3 on the left side with Albert at the plate. .235 batting average. Pujols. 12 home runs, 39 runs batted in. 2-0. Albert did not play last night. 1 for 4 2 nights ago.
3 straight fastballs, all with the knees. A lot of sinkers from Richard. Pujols is 3 for 11 with a home run against him.
Ground ball right over to shortstop Freddie Galvis. Well down.
In my Hyundai key for the game today, little Canadian singer, one of the all-time greats, Alanis Morissette. You ought to know, especially against Richard, a lot of fastballs, lower part of the strike zone, track that lower part of the zone, and attack the baseball throughout.
Tommy La Stella, the batter. Tommy hitting .295. In the leadoff spot last night. Multi-hit game. A single and a double. RBI, scored a couple of runs. 2 for 4. And reached yet again on another catcher's interference.
It's had the 6th time this year.
Check swing, may have gone. He did. 0-2. With a left-hander at the plate, Clayton Richard moves over to the first base side of the rubber. He just goes back and forth. Just inside. You don't see that too often. Guys go back and forth during a game. It's usually one or the other. He's had some issues, especially with the breaking ball to lefties, where he has actually sailed it to the backstop.
Yeah, he stays in on the lefty pretty good.
That is line to center. Talk about staying in on something. La Stella just did a 1-out single, first hit of the night for the Angels.
Yeah, it's not really easy to do that as a pitcher because you generally want to be in that same spot, especially the same landing spot. Brad Peacock does it with the Astros as well. Nice job by Tommy to stay in on that baseball. Don't get to see it too well from a left-handed pitcher, especially if we're on that side of the pitching rubber. Now back over to the third base side with a right-handed batter.
Luis Rengifo is the man at the plate. He'll take a strike. Couple of hits last night, 2 for 5 overall with a single and a double. Also scored twice. He was batting in the number 9 spot. Angels facing a pitcher in Clayton Richard tonight that of his last 2 starts allowed 12 runs in 7 2/3 innings with 14 hits allowed. Way inside. His last outing was his longest outing of the season. That was 5 innings. Blue Jays did get their closer back, Ken Giles, activated off the injured list. 1-1. That is ripped out to deep left field. No doubter. Big fly for Luis Rengifo. A 2-run shot just like that. The Angels are down 1.
The home run power continues. 111th home run this year for the Angels. First home run from the right side for Rengifo. Homered from the left side in Seattle. Quick bat on that one from Rengifo. It's our top tier play brought to you by Arco. With this swing right back in the game, fastball didn't get inside over the heart of the plate, and Rengifo made him pay for it. Baseball got out in a hurry for Rengifo. A little bit of a smile now on Jose Suarez when he sees right back his team's in the game. Now it's his job to do what he does best, and that's put up some zeros.
Dustin Garneau at the plate. Garneau's 8th game of the year. 4 for 16, a .250 batting average with a double, an RBI, and 3 hit by pitches.
5th home run Richard has allowed in 21 2/3 innings pitched.
Two balls, 1 strike. Just batting in the number 8 spot. Tovar's on deck, number 9 hitter. And at the top of the order, David Fletcher. Should we get there? Over to third. 2 hopper for Guerrero. 2 down.
Boy, the Angels have had some success in the 2nd inning in this ballpark throughout this series. 3 runs yesterday in the 2nd. Were shut out in the 2nd game, but also scored 7 runs in the 2nd inning, game 1.
But the inning that has given Clayton Richard the most trouble this year, the 3rd. 10 of the 17 runs, well now 19 runs he's allowed come in that 3rd inning. Just in time for the top of the order. Tovar bouncer right back to the lefty, knocks it down. There's the 3rd out. But Luis Rengifo with 1 swing of the bat draws the Angels with a run, his 2nd jack of the year.
Perfect swing for Rengifo. Mislocation on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. 2nd home run of the year for Rengifo. The Angels only down by 1, 3-2.
Next Thursday, June 20th at 7:07. The first 30,000 fans in attendance get a Trout number 27 cooler backpack courtesy of Yakult Probiotic Drink. For more information, go to angels.com/promotions. Galvis trying to bunt his way on. Rengifo, 2-run shot to make it 3-2 Toronto. Pulled foul.
Pretty impressive to hit a home run for both sides of the plate in your young career at the major league level for Rengifo.
One ball, 2 strikes. Eight, 9, and 1 for the Blue Jays. 2-2 now. Suarez did pick up a couple of strikeouts in the first, but faced 7 batters, gave up 4 hits, including a home run. And a called strike 3. Down goes Galvis. 1 away.
Paints the inside corner. The changeup. Changeup will either sometimes will cut, but also will fade away from a right-handed batter.
Luke Maile, the catcher tonight. Jansen had caught the last 2 games. Maile, a 188 batting average, 4 extra base hits, 7 runs batted in. Off the end of the bat, shallow right, long run for Cole, comes in, 2 down. Two quick outs for Suarez. He's retired 3 straight since a double to Grichuk. That's Eric Sogard coming up. He doubled to open up the bottom of the first and scored 1 of the 3 runs.
That was after he took the first pitch he saw from Suarez. 9 for 18. That's a .500 batting average when he puts that first pitch he sees in play.
The 1. Just a little bit low. And a slight uptick in velocity here in the second compared to the first. A lot of 91s in that first inning. That last pitch 94. And Sogard hits one out toward right field, chasing Cole back. He'll pull up, and there's a second home run allowed by Suarez. Gets one of those runs back. It's 4-2 Blue Jays. Sogard for the 7th of the year.
Double and a home run already. Just 2 innings for Sogard. Break a ball. Stayed out over the plate. Sogard, good balance, lifts that one out. 2 really good swings against Suarez. The lefty pitcher, it's lefty hitter. Left-handed batters is a .208 batting average against Suarez this year.
Ball and a strike on Guerrero. He struck out in the first. Two one, 3-1. And a walk. So 2 quick outs, a home run, now a base on balls. And Gurriel coming to the plate. Gurriel a single with a run scored at the first.
Just not as aggressive as we've seen through the first 3 starts for Jose Suarez.
Pulled toward third and past the diving La Stella. It's a double for Lourdes Gurriel.
And the 2-out rally continues for Toronto with Kevin Biggio coming up. 5 extra base hits allowed by Suarez. Another changeup. Not being fooled by that pitch right now.
Biggio, sacrifice fly in the first inning, 11th RBI.
Even though early in the game, this becomes a huge batter for the Angels and Jose Suarez. With 2 runners in scoring position, the team just got you back in the game with 2 runs. Top of the second, you give him 1 back here in the bottom.
Two balls, no strikes. And Calvin drives one out to center field. Trout moving back. Looks like he's got a beat on it, makes the catch on the track. And Jose Suarez has some fixing to do. Gives up a run. Angels are down 4-2. Clayton Richard. Halo fans looking for a 4-game sweep of the Blue Jays. Fletcher takes outside. David, a fly ball to center field the first inning.
See if the pattern continues for Richard, who struggled in the 3rd inning. You mentioned that earlier. Victor, how many runs he's allowed and home runs in this inning. 3 home runs allowed in the 3rd inning this year for him.
It's been economical thus far, even though he gave up the single and the home run in the second. That was just off the plate. 2-1 count. David getting to start out of left field tonight. Upton serving as the DH. No Shohei Ohtani. 3-1. Fletcher. Dribbler toward short. Galvis. 1 down. Maybe perhaps expanded just a little bit on a 3-1. Trout coming up.
Let's take a look at our Kia Give It Everything with Mike Trout. Come and play what he has done on inside pitches. The adjustments he has made on inside pitches. A 122 batting average through May 30th. But since then, 400 batting average and a 950 slugging percentage on that inside part of the plate for Trout.
Walked in the first. Grounds this one to the right side. Biggio moves over, retires Trout, 2 away. So it'll bring up Upton.
And a rocket to Galvis for a line drive out. His first at bat coming into the game. 444 against Richard. 12 for 27, now 12 for 28 with a home run.
One. Wilson fouls it back. It's fouled back. Count remains at 1-2. Tables with 2 hits. Toronto with 6 for the first 2 innings for them. This popped up. Johnny Tellez, the first baseman, moving over. The Angels down in order for the first time tonight. We're up to the bottom of the third with the Blue Jays on top. Hey, this hot game of the week is brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos, Palm Springs, and Rancho Mirage. Experience extraordinary. Cloudy, overcast day here in Toronto. And the Angels and the Blue Jays wrapping up this 4-game series. Both teams will hit the road. The Angels are going to St. Louis. The Blue Jays are going through Boston and New York. Rainy New York today. Astros and the Yankees. Top of the third there. That's out to right field and hit well. Cole has a beat on this one. Teoscar Hernandez, who homered in the first inning, skies one to right field for the first out of the third.
And he homered that way as well.
We'll bring up Grichuk. Doubled his first time up. Couple of finals earlier today. Texas beat Cleveland 4-2. Colorado over Arizona 6-4. That's a 10 innings. Trevor Story going on the injured list. See that with the hand injury. Died at second base last night. Philly and Washington scoreless, just underway. Miami at St. Louis.
That's a tough loss for Colorado. They've been playing really good baseball themselves. They've turned their season around. 6 games over 500 now.
Three balls, one strike.
Should be an interesting matchup in Los Angeles with the Dodgers taking on the Giants. Madison Bumgarner on the mound. Max Muncy will probably be in the lineup.
This is out to right. Sure the umpires won't have a quick hook or anything. Everything develops. Rowdy Tellez coming up. Suarez retired the first 2 batters of the second inning before giving up the homer to Sogard. So he's looking for a clean, quick inning. Tim is not happy the music is still going on.
By the way, Max Muncy in the lineup batting 4th for the Dodgers.
Two balls, no strikes. Two out, one. Second free pass issued by Suarez. Galva struck out looking his first time up. Tellez takes off to throw down by Garneau. Pretty good one. Quick tag. They got him.
And he's thrown out a little over 37% of base stealers in his career for Garneau. Perfect throw right on the bag. Even though a big jump, he may check it.
Doesn't seem there was much of an argument from Tellez's standpoint.
That's a huge jump, but a lot on the throw. Right at the runner. Tellez with 1 stolen base on the year.
And no argument from the Blue Jays. So through 3, the Angels are down 2 runs. Blue Jays lead at top of the 4th inning. Calhoun, Pujols, and La Stella for the Angels. Halos went down in order in the 3rd inning. Cole grounded to a fielder's choice to finish off the 1st inning. She's 0 for 1.
Tried to stay back as long as he could on that breaking ball from Richard.
Kawhi Leonard is here. That's the round of applause you hear in the distance.
That's pretty cool.
And now we're more than likely get a standing go, and sure enough. Cole goes down swinging for the first out.
What a run for Leonard and the Raptors. That parade was huge here on Monday.
Allen pops it up. Tellez into foul territory. 2 down.
Now the decision.
Wasn't there a picture of him at a Home Depot getting boxes earlier today?
But he also bought a big mansion up here as well.
I think it'd be great for him to stay.
Yeah.
Just like I thought it'd be great for LeBron to go back to Cleveland and try to win a championship at that point. Yeah, I think it'd be great for Kawhi to stay here. I don't know that he will, but just in general. And the draft, by the way, ongoing now.
It's so tough to leave when you win a championship like he did. The energy he brought to city and country.
First championship since '93. We the North. Stella bouncing one over to Tellez. Halo down in order for the 2nd consecutive inning. It's a 4-2 Toronto lead. Fourth inning. Freddie Galvis to lead things off. He was at the play when Rowdy Tellez was thrown out.
Trying to steal.
Now 18 batters Suarez has faced today. To 7 times he's thrown a first pitch strike.
That's a big hack by Galvis. 2-1 count. And you're going to see those type of counts,
Yes.
or hacks when you have those counts.
Galvis has the power, 10 home runs on the year.
Also toward the seats and on that third base line. Two balls, 2 strikes, 63 pitches for Suarez, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 6 hits allowed. Jammed a little flare, shallow left. Tovar drifting out. 1 down. We'll bring up Luke Maile. Maile, the catcher, and with batting 188, skied one to Cole in the 2nd inning. Good location. 0-2.
One of the few breaking balls Suarez has thrown. Still think that's going to be a very important pitch for Suarez as he progresses in his major league career, whether it's a slider or a curve or both. Because he has the changeup, needs to spot his fastball, but the breaking ball is going to be big.
Here's the 1-2. Down goes Mahle. 2 outs. Good on-speed pitch.
It's one of those solid changeups there. But did throw a curveball earlier in the sequence. Perfect spot, that little fade changeup.
Sogard with a double and a home run.
All 3 at bats tonight. He's taking the first pitch.
Trying to lull you to sleep. Home run he hit. 7th of the year, was on a hanging breaking ball. 0-2. 3-hit game for Sogard.
Now that's a triple away for hitting for the cycle. He has 10 career triples, a couple this year. Too much to the plate with a changeup. He stayed really balanced all 3 at bats against Suarez.
Especially after you went fastball away and you painted on the outside part of plate. Throw your slider there.
Yeah.
Break ball there, right?
You have to start on that plane because you want to be off the strike zone. You don't have to throw for a strike.
Breaking ball lifted out towards center. Not very deep. Trout's coming in. Sogard's single, stranded at first base. We're off to the 5th.
StatCast AI powered by AWS. Luis Rengifo jumps on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Exit velocity 107.6 miles per hour. Jumped on it, lined it out. 22-degree launch angle for Rengifo. Almost exact same spot. 3rd hardest hit baseball of his career. 5 hits in the last 9 at bats for Rengifo.
Richard has retired 8 in a row since that home run. And that is pulled into left field. Rengifo with a leadoff single. Another multi-hit game. He's played shortstop the last couple of games, back to his more familiar second base, at least at the major league level.
This baseball hit hard as well. Went back with another fastball. Very similar location to the pitch he hit out. Picks up a 2nd hit.
Dustin Garneau grounded out the 2nd.
Richard with 1 pickoff this year. 36 of them in his career.
Played Richard, the White Sox 8th round pick back in 2005 out of the University of Michigan. And clearly learned under tutelage of Mark Burley. He does not waste a whole lot of time on the mound, especially between innings. That's a balk. Rob Drake calling it. Man at second base with nobody out.
That is the 3rd balk called against him this year. Once you cross that foot through the pitching rubber, you have to throw it home. You see that foot crossing the pitching rubber.
I'm almost wondering too, Gooby, the way Rob Drake pointed at him, there's a certain point you can't go beyond, meaning as far as the angle. Like if you're going towards home, you can't go to first base. Yep. And Garneau rips one out to left field. That is over the head of the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel. It's a double for Garneau and an awful read by Luis Rengifo, who only gets to third base on a double. He was at second.
That's when you see the left fielder not moving at all. He's thinking it might go out of the ballpark. That fastball, when he locates that middle of the plate, that's when you got to jump on it. I mean, off the bat, that had no chance of being caught. Unfortunate enough for Garneau, he got around and got into scoring position himself quickly.
Second and third, nobody out. Tovar at the plate. Takes downstairs. Wilfredo, the bouncer back to the mound. And that was in the second inning.
And the one thing that comes into play, if Rengifo scores, Garneau's at second, it gives Brad Ausmus the opportunity, if he wanted to have Tovar bunt Garneau over to third to bring that tying run to third base. So a lot changes on that running play.
Bouncer toward the middle. Galvis to his left, goes into a slide, has it, gets up, fires to first. Did Tellez keep the foot on the base? He did. A run will score. The Angels are down 4-3 as Tovar picks up the RBI. Garneau ends up over at third base.
It was an excellent play by Freddie Galvis. Quickly picked up steam up the middle as it hits that turf. Goes into the slide, gets a lot on the throw. It's a matter of Tellez kept his foot on the base or not. Did so. Infield in now.
One out for Fletcher. David's 0 for 2, a fly ball to center and a ground ball to short. Two balls, no strikes. Gets away, and Garneau's going to try to score, and he's easily out. A couple of bad reads on the base paths for the Angels here in this fifth inning. 2 outs now, base is clear. At that point, if you're coming home, why are you stopping? Run over the pitcher if you have to.
He didn't get far enough away from Maley. It's the perfect throw right to Richards.
He's got the ball, and he's blocking the plate.
Yeah, I mean, you can run him over.
You can run him right over.
Richard put himself in position to have that contact play on him.
2 balls, no strikes. 2-1 now. Trout on deck. 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1 count lasted bad too for Fletcher.
It's full count. Another payoff. Fletcher pulls this one toward third. Guerrero can't handle it. Trickles into left field. It's a single for Fletcher with 2 outs, and Trout will get an opportunity here.
Ball was hit very hard. Guerrero Jr. upset with himself, but that's a tough play on that baseball. Pretty cool moment is Kawhi Leonard looking on, greatness looking on against greatness at the plate. As that tough hop off the glove of Guerrero Jr. ends up giving Trout a chance to swing the bat here with someone on.
Mike with a walk and a ground out.
1-0 count for Trout. Kawhi Leonard looking on right now. Mike Trout at the plate. Trout with 11 home runs, 11 of his 22 home runs on 1-0 counts.
One pitch. Trout lines one out to right center field, a base hit. Fletcher is going to turn, try to go to third base. The throw from Teoscar Hernandez is not in time. First and third with 2 down.
Good piece hitting there by Trout going the other way. Richard has thrown a lot of those little two-seamers middle to middle away and down against him. Does it again, and Trout went down and got it. Lower part of the strike zone, lined in the right center field for a single. On base twice tonight with a walk and a single.
Got a quick word from Jack in the Box.
Try my new 100% all-white meat spicy chicken strips combo today for just $4.99.
Justin Upton will step to the plate with 2 on, 2 outs. Halos down a run. Justin lined out sharply in the first inning, popped out in the third.
Discussion who has to throw to second if Trout goes, but more than likely the conversation was don't give in and give up anything to swing at, especially with a left-handed batter, Cole Calhoun, on deck.
There's action of the Blue Jay pen. Clayton Richard at 62 pitches. Upton fouls it off.
Well, he gave him some good hit. First pitch. 91-mile-an-hour fastball, the heart of the dish.
Derek Law. The Angels have seen him twice already in this series. And a crucial throwing error last night. One ball, 1 strike. Trout not that far off of first base. Almost as if he wants to give Upton every opportunity to get a baseball to drive here.
And a lot of room on that right side of the infield as well.
1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Calhoun on deck. Guerrero playing deep at third, so Fletcher could take a bigger lead from third base. There's that little running fastball you were talking about. Just enough tail on against a righty.
It's a perfect pitch, though, just to punch to the right side of the infield, though. Although with a 2-1 count, you're looking to try to make it a lead with a 3-run home run. Now you change that up. Fastball, best one, 94. Change up, 78.
Now the 2-2 in the dirt. Full count. Michael be off with the pitch now. There goes Trout. Upton strikes out. The Angels get 1. It's 4-3 Toronto as we head to the bottom of the 5th. a big man. Different. And another round of applause between innings as they put him up on the scoreboard. Angels down a run in the bottom of the 5th. So Suarez has fallen behind here. 2 balls, no strikes to Gurriel. Biggio to follow, then Hernandez. Skied high to left field. Fletcher moving back near the wall. That is gone. Lourdes Gurriel. 3rd hit of the night. He too a triple shy of the cycle. And the home run ball prevalent against Jose Suarez tonight. It's 5-3.
Coming into the game, 3 allowed on the season, 3 tonight. And with the Angels missing some opportunities last inning, Toronto jumps right back. 2-run lead. Going right down the heart of the plate once again, and Gurriel Jr. ready. Getting those arms extended.
And again, keeps falling behind hitters. Cavan Biggio, sac fly in the 1st inning, a fly ball to center. Last time up, slices it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's got the hair going like his brother.
Yep. Action going in the Angels bullpen right now. Stretching going on. 79th pitch, and Biggio did not go. 2-1. Two one, 3-1. Hernandez on deck and a walk. So home run followed by the base on balls. 3rd issued by Suarez. Just one of those games. Now they're going to start some action going in the bullpen. Ty Buttrey was on the mound. They're stretching it out. See who the first man is. He gets up. Teoscar Hernandez, a 2-run home run in the 1st inning, lined out to Cole in the 3rd. (5-3) Blue Jays. Nobody out here the 5th.
Still crazy when you look over there with Pujols and Biggio. And Albert remembers his dad oh so well. And remembers Cavan when he was a kid.
Rolled foul. No balls in a strike. Brad Ausmus had a chance to catch up with Cavan, who was literally a kid when Ausmus was catching for the Astros, a teammate of Biggio. Cavan walking up to him saying, "What's up, old man?"
That always makes you feel good.
Ball and a strike. Taylor Cole, first man up for the Angels in the bullpen. One and two. Pretty good lead for Biggio over at first.
Does have a couple stolen bases.
1-2. Looked like he may have gone around, and he did. One down.
In this angle, across the plate. .45 strikes of the 85 pitches thrown. 40 out of the strike zone for Suarez tonight.
Grichuk a double and a fly ball to right. Pops this one up on the third base side. It's headed out of play. Oh, nice catch. One-handed grab. And no spillage.
No.
Cheers, sir.
Yes, as well you should. That's a pretty good balancing act. One of those paper boxes as well. What a play.
Yeah. The dude behind him running a screen in front of the net still made the play. And that is pulled down the left field line. If it's bare, it's gone, and that is just foul. That was up there. There haven't been too many cheapies against Suarez today.
Absolute rocket. Just hook foul.
Just a level below the upper deck. By the way, one of the best camera positions in all of baseball right there. On that third base line. Grichuk strikes out on the off-speed pitch. 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jose.
Look at that fastball. He hooked foul. Came back with his changeup. Getting the chase out of the strike zone.
Rowdy Tellez, a strikeout on the first, a walk into third. This is out to right. Cole is there. Squeezes it for the third out. A leadoff home run for Lourdes Gurriel gives the Blue Jays a 2-run lead as we head to the 6th. New faces and the adventure of a lifetime. And by City National Bank. 5-3 Toronto, top of the 6th inning in the final game of this 4-game series. Calhoun, Pujols, and La Stella coming up for the Angels. Clayton Richard back out to work. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. 6 hits allowed. Gave him 4 hits in the 5th. Angels only got 1 run out of it. Action continuing too in the Blue Jays pen.
Imagine a base runner, and that could be it for Richard.
Calhoun to fielder's choice and a strikeout. Richard picked up in a trade with San Diego in the offseason. 2 balls, 1 strike. Really not looking or leaning on him to be a big contributor to the rotation. It's just more of an insurance move, kind of like Clay Buchholz. But the injury to Matt Shoemaker certainly changed things around for Toronto. 3-1. That's why Richards has only made 5 starts. This is his 6th. Pressed into action. Buchholz is done dealing with a lat issue. And Shue, of course, done for the year with the ACL. A freak injury at the Coliseum in Oakland. 3-1. Cole laid on it. Full count.
Saw him today in uniform walk around, get a little more loose with his knee for Shoemaker. Albert on deck. If Cole reaches base, he'll represent the tying run at the plate.
Yeah, there's a walk to lead things off.
Albert Pujols coming to the game. Let's take a look at our T-Mobile connection to the game. Going back where he started for Albert Pujols. 11 seasons with the Cardinals. 328 batting average. 445 career home runs. 1329 RBI. For the 3-time MVP. 9-time All-Star. Won 2 World Championships with the Cardinals. Second all-time as far as home runs behind Stan Musial. And second behind Sam Musial in the all-time RBI list as well.
Clayton Richard, after the leadoff walk to Cole Calhoun, will depart here. A pitching change. We are in the top of the 6th inning. The Angels down 2. Ball on for the 9-1-1 and a 5.16 ERA. It's the 3rd time he's faced the Angels in this series. Cole over at first base, and Pujols at the plate.
Throw a curveball, slider, changeup, and fastball. Relatively straight, but firm fastball, 91-96.
While the opener on Monday. Last night, a 1/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 2 runs, 1 earned. He also committed 1 error. Albert, a ground out and a fly ball to right. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're talking about Pujols and all the numbers he's put up, and of course the Angels going back to St. Louis tomorrow for the first time since the Angels signed Albert. Now look at some of the old photos, how different his stance used to be, how far away his hands were from his body.
Yep.
Not only away from body, but back. It's crazy, and how much more crouched he was.
Boy, he could rush a baseball to right center field.
Shake that one off. It's 1-2.
You look back at those 11 years, I mean, they're unbelievable numbers.
Everything I've read so far, though, I mean, it's as we expected. Very positive about the return. Some writers that, in their own pieces, admitting that they were upset that he left, that the team didn't do enough to maybe keep him. That's all gone by the wayside now. It's been enough time. As he lays off, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm sure it'll be emotional for him.
Yeah. Just seeing him today, talking to him in the dugout today, you could tell it's going to be special, yet very emotional.
Two in the dirt. Nice block by Maile. Full count.
A couple good blocks by Maile in this at bat against Pujols. Well in front of the plate on breaking balls. Albert would love to get that swing going, get hot again before going into St. Louis.
Bays of the lefty, Biagini the righty.
Wonder if Cole will be on the move here.
Does it go? 3-2. Pulled toward third. Guerrero bobbles it. Throws to first base late. So Pujols and Calhoun are on board with nobody out.
Hit hard, but Guerrero Jr. picks up another error. 7th this year. 1 hop shot. talented as he is, the game speeds up a little bit on you as a young player at the major league level.
Tommy La Stella, 1 for 2. Singleton scored in the second innings, grounded out since then. 2 on. The Angels down by 2. It's 5-3 Toronto. Just did catch the corner.
Likes his changeup 1-1.
There's a little flare out the shadow left field, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Cole had to hold up. See if Galvis was going to get there. So he only advances to third, and the bases are loaded.
They get that off-speed pitch and just flares it in left field. 2 hits for La Stella.
Luis Rengifo coming up, and Charlie Montoya is going to go out to the bullpen and make a pitching change. It looks like he's going to go to another right-hander. Swap out Law for Biagini. And sure enough, so the Angels threatening here. They're down 5-3, but they got them loaded with nobody out. A pitching change. We're in the 6th inning with a minimum $10. Joe Biagini on for the 32nd time this year. 2-1 mark at 3.45 ERA. He's got Calhoun at third, Pujols at second, and La Stella at first. Nobody out. Rengifo with a couple of hits tonight. A 2-run home run in the second inning. Single and a run scored in the 5th. Breaking ball upstairs.
You can see that patience for Rengifo. Has struggled with runners in scoring position this year. He's 5 for 32. A little over aggressive. That's good to see that patience there. First pitch.
Two balls, no strikes.
Trying to stay upstairs, knowing Rengifo is very good in the lower part of the strike zone, especially hitting from the left side.
Reno.
Good patience. Very good patience for Rengifo.
Garneau at the plate, or at on deck circle, I should say. Rengifo at the plate. Home run that Luis hit his second of the year. Now with 13 runs batted in. 3-0 pitch. And that is a strike. How about that pitch called on him? Not even close.
The old 3-0 in the neighborhood.
I mean, when the catcher brings it back and he's still outside the strike zone, it's a pretty good indication it's not a strike. 3-1. And that is ripped to right field, a base hit. 1 run will score. Pujols stopped at third base. 3-hit game for Rengifo. 5-4 Toronto.
Real good job of not expanding the strike zone and being patient. Got a pitch he can hit. It's another base hit for Rengifo and a hit with a runner in scoring position. Look for a pitch up and out over the plate. Lines it in the right field. Single for Rengifo. 3-hit game.
Shohei Ohtani's come out to the on-deck circle. He would bat for Tovar. Darnell, 1 for 2. Doubled his last time up. Still nobody out. 0-1.
Likes to throw his slider 0-1 to right-handed batters.
Oh, 2. Looking for a double play ball. Mays of the lefties ready to go in the bullpen. Pujols over at third. Stella at second and Rengifo at first. One down. So Shohei announced he will pinch hit for Tovar. And here comes Charlie. And yet another pitching change. This will be the 4th pitcher used by Montoya in the 6th inning. Richard came out, faced one batter. Law, Biagini. Here comes Meza. Pitching change with the bases loaded, 1 out. Angels down a run.
Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today. For great offers on our most exciting lineup ever, shop ChooseNissan.com.
Beautiful night here in Toronto. The Angels wrapping up this 4-game set. It was a rainy day, but looks beautiful outside right now. Roof is still closed here, and the Angels are down a run. It's 5-4 Toronto. Bases are loaded with 1 out. And a lefty-lefty situation with Ohtani pinch hitting for Tovar. Tim Meza is called upon. This will be his 33rd game. No record in 25 and a third innings. An ERA of 4.26.
And needs a fastball 91-96. Will throw a slider. Shohei has been hitting the ball very, very hard the last 15 games, especially on the first pitch he sees.
277 average on the year. 9 home runs, 30 runs batted in as he takes up and in.
Hitting 300 with runners in scoring position.
That is hit toward second base. Biggio's coming home. Low throw, and they get the force out.
I'm surprised that was a tailor-made double play.
Yeah, why? You're Kevin Biggio. Are you coming home on that play? You're actually playing back at double play depth for a reason, right? Well, it gives the Angels an opportunity. Base is still loaded, and Fletcher coming up.
This baseball is hit right on the money, Adam. There's plenty of opportunity to turn a double play on that. It surprised Mealy at the plate as well.
So Galvis at second base just kind of in disbelief.
See if the Angels can make a pay for it.
Fletcher 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. Shoots this one out to right field. Angels will leave him loaded. 5-4 Toronto. Opportunities for the Angels. 2 innings. They've only been able to scratch out a couple of solo runs. And Taylor Cole now here in the 6th inning replaces Jose Suarez. He had a rough outing. He gave up 5 runs on 8 hits, 3 of which were home runs, 5 innings, 6 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Taylor's pitching for the 2nd consecutive night. This will be his 11th game this year. All right, Goodwin takes over in left field, and he'll bat in the number 9 spot. Fletcher moves over to third base. When Rengifo to shortstop, La Stella moves from third over to second. Freddie Galvis spins around. So the first pitch. Eight, 9, and 1 for Toronto here in the 6th inning. Galvis, Maile, and Sogard. Taylor last on an inning in the 3rd. 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. 0-2.
2 well-located fastballs there in a row for Taylor Cole.
Oh-2 hit to right field. Leadoff man reaches for Toronto.
It's when the one you want to throw off the plate.
I mean, that last pitch was center cut. Here's Maile, the catcher. 0 for 2. A fly ball to right and a strikeout. Cued up the line, foul. Out toward right center field. Trout giving chase, dives, and he makes the catch. Nice play by Trout, and the ball slicing away from him. 1 down.
Boy, from our angle, I didn't think he had a shot at all getting to that baseball. Talked so much about his offense, but his defensive play right here, a huge one. Trout, when he hits that turf, is able to control the baseball. The closing speed on that baseball, catches it. Huge play for Trout.
Top of the order now, Sogard. 3-hit game for him.
Leads the American League in defensive runs saved by center fielders since last season with 11. The other 3 all in the National League, led by Lorenzo Cain with 30. Remember that one from Kelly Gruber in '89.
Kelly Gruber, pretty good third baseman. Sogard with a double in the first, a home run in the second, a single in the fourth. 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1. 3-1. Guerrero on deck. Halos in the 7th have 2-3-4 coming up at Trout, Upton, and Calhoun. Incumbent upon Taylor Cole to keep it a 1-run deficit. And a walk to Sogard. First and second, 1 out. Guerrero, a strikeout, walk, and a fly ball to center. One and out. Drake saying Guerrero did not go around. Guerrero's grounded in 7 double plays this year. Ground ball toward short. Hifo comes in. Thought about going to second. Gets the out at first. 2 outs.
Under control, though, by Rengifo, knowing he was going to be off balance at a tough throw to second. Gathered himself, firm throw to first base to get Guerrero by a stride. Had to come in on the baseball. Thought about it at second. Still had time to get Guerrero Jr. at first base.
Lourdes Gurriel, a single, double, and a home run so far tonight.
Pretty good hack at that all-speed pitch upstairs. Just 1 career triple this year.
Two balls, 1 strike. Taylor, a 29th round pick by Toronto out of BYU in 2011. Falls behind here, 3 balls and a strike. Pitched in 1 game with Toronto in 2017. Second season in the Angels organization. Cavan Biggio's on deck. Luis Garcia getting ready. 3-1. Full count.
Had him looking out over the place. Runs that fastball right on the inside corner. On a 3-1 pitch.
Payoff, a little bouncer toward third. Fletcher comes in, across the diamond, and Gurriel retired for the 3rd out. 6 in the books. The Angels are down 5-4. A lot of wonderful things in life, folks, including Mike Trout. He's coming up. Lead things off in the 7th. Trout so far, center field. Last time around, Tommy La Stella leading the second baseman in the American League. Trout tonight 1 for 2, single and a walk.
La Stella with a couple hits tonight. Trout with a hit himself and a walk.
The 0-1. No balls, 2 strikes.
Couple sliders in a row.
Oh, 2. Just off the plate.
Tried to backdoor that slider. See if he goes with another slider or tries to run a high fastball to Trout.
Two down. Full count.
So patient.
Three-two. Trout rips one down the left field line. That is a fair ball into the corner.
Unbelievable.
And it goes into the seats.
Simply unreal, Mike Trout. That ball was a pretty good pitch to everyone else on the planet, but Trout went down and got it and rocketed. It's up off the glove.
Oh, see, puppies are wonderful.
Yes.
Leadoff doubles, just as wonderful.
Just as wonderful.
Justin Upton at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Staying away from Upton. Angels tonight 3 for 8 with men in scoring position. Check swing, went around 0-2. But stayed away from Upton. Just can't lay off of that pitch. 2 of the 3 hits the Angels have with men in scoring position did not bring home a run.
At the very least, pitches away, gets up, and he could punch the ball to the right side.
Well, he's got power.
Yep.
To clear the fence in right field here. All ballparks.
When you think about all the home runs he's hit as an Angel, a lot of them in the right center field. And a lot versus breaking balls.
Go back outside, just got a piece of it. I'm trying to think if there's been one pitch in off the plate to Upton at all tonight.
No.
In any plate appearance. Everything has been in middle away.
And I'd be surprised if he throw anything close to even the outside corner up. Just go further away. See if Justin can make the adjustment himself here and just punch that ball to the right side.
Tying run at second base, and Trout the leadoff double. Mike's 18th double of the year. 1-2 again. Way outside, as you were saying. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The one thing Justin really wanted to improve on this season is getting those base hits with runners in scoring position. Last year he felt he let the team down. Even though he had an 80 RBI and 30 home runs, he wants to be more productive with runners in scoring position this year.
2-2. And he strikes out. One out. It's been an issue for Justin since he arrived in September of 2017. His numbers with men in scoring position. So Trout still at second. Here's Cole. Calhoun 0 for 2. Fielder's choice, strikeout, and a walk. Scored in the 6th inning.
And you wonder if the way the situation is now with Trout at second base, although Galvis is close to the bag, Guerrero Jr. well off the bag at third. Would Trout try to steal a bag? Galvis trying to keep him close.
That is a long delivery, too, from Meza. There's nothing short about it.
And Albert just outside the batter's box himself, looking in. I mean, Galvis goes towards the base, but then he starts moving back. Trout times it right. He can almost walk to third.
There he goes. No throw. That is just great baseball. 2 looks. I mean, Meza tried to mix it up a little bit.
Yep.
But with Galvis not there and where Guerrero's playing, you
no
pour it
way.
down. Why not?
And it'd be such a difficult play for Guerrero Jr. just to even be in position to catch the throw and apply a tag.
And he vacated before that pitch even got close to home plate. A lot of times you're not supposed to go until at least the ball gets closer, just in case the ball's hit that way. But the infield is in now. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Eighth stolen base for Trout. 2-1. Two.
Mike Trout with that stolen base now 197 in his career, 3 away from 200.
Two now. Cole takes upstairs.
Pretty good take. That's a tough one to lay off of.
Full count. Albert on deck. Daniel Hudson getting ready. He's the right-hander for Toronto. Here comes the 3-2. Cole fights it off.
And right back inside again.
There's Hudson.
You would think that he would be brought in to face Pujols.
Had some issues putting away hitters the other night. Wilfredo Tovar, to be exact. Another payoff to Cole, and he draws the walk. First and third, one out. Cole picks up his second base on balls of the night. And Charlie Montoya is back out to the mound. Another pitching change. Going to Daniel Hudson, the right-hander. Angels are down a run. They've got runners at first and third. We have ourselves another pitching change here in the 7th. 5-4.
Daniel Hudson for Toronto. Power fastball, 94-97. Slider changeup, 3-2 mark. 31st game, 3.19 ERA. Going back to my Hyundai key for the game today with Albert Pujols coming to the plate. You ought to know, you saw Daniel Hudson quite a bit in spring training, especially the first pitch he will throw. Throw a 2-seamer lower part of the strike zone and a slider quite a bit, especially first pitch to a right-handed batter. So trail that pitch, lower part of the zone, and try to lift it deep. Your Pujols.
Albert tonight 0 for 3. Reached on the air by Guerrero in his last plate appearance. Big hole on the right side of the infield. John at third, Calhoun at first.
The thing you don't want to try to do here if you're Albert is try to pull the baseball, especially if it's on the outer half. Albert really good is knowing the situation. Room on that right side.
Hudson pitched Monday, went 1 inning, issued 2 walks, threw a lot of pitches. Oh, 1. This is out toward center field. Trout tagging at third base. Hernandez will make the catch. We're going to be tied up at 5. Sac fly for Albert Pujols as he picks up the RBI. Once again, just getting the job done. 40th of the year.
Good situational hitting for Pujols, looking for something to hit in the air. Avoid that ground ball, ties it up. Trout, who doubled, stole a base, scores on the sac fly. Doing it all really in the inning. A great defensive play, followed by a double, stolen base, run score. We're tied at 5.
Tommy La Stella up. Cole over at first. Tommy a 2-hit game. Couple of singles. Quick throw to first. Cole back. Oh, 1 pitch. Down and in. It's been 7 games since Tommy homered. On June 9th against Seattle. Plays off. Longest stretch, 12 games between home runs.
Good count to get a fastball now. I hear you talking. Hudson has allowed 3 stolen bases and 4 attempts against him as well.
Fouled it off. Two balls, 2 strikes. Luis Rengifo, 3-hit game. He's on deck. Chopper to the left side. Galvis has to come in on it. The Angels tied things up on the sac fly by Albert Pujols in his stretch time in Toronto. It's a 5-5 game.
To this ball game, Jose Suarez, and the surging Angels offense here in June. Victor, Mark.
Thanks a lot, Jose, as Luis Garcia takes over here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He replaces Taylor Cole. This will be his 30th game. 1-1 with a 4.85 ERA, 26 innings, 18 strikeouts, 17 walks. Biggio leading things off, Hernandez, and then Grichuk. Kawhi Leonard taken off. He'll depart to another standing ovation. Biggio looked like he went around. He did. 0-2.
What a postseason performance for Leonard. Wow.
0-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of food around Jose Mota, by the way.
I know. Hello, we're hungry.
One, 2. Down goes Biggio. Garneau flips the ball down to Pujols. There's the first out of the inning. You know what? I want to ask Jose something real quick. Jose, what's up with all the food?
Oh, Victor, by the way, you know tradition. Vladimir Guerrero and his mom for years did it when he was in Montreal with the Angels, with the Rangers, and the Orioles. So every game so far here, guess what? Little rice, some beans, some meat, all Dominican, thanks to who this time? Well, Vladdy's mom, who is grandma of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Want a bit?
Nice. Maybe have Grandma Guerrero send some,
Yes.
some carne asada and the rest of the stuff up here.
Yes, please. Please.
Teoscar Hernandez, the center fielder, 1 for 3 with a home run in the first. 1 ball and strike. Popped him up. Garneau, Fletcher calls him off. David. 2 down.
Real good communication here between Fletcher and Garneau. Much easier play for Fletcher coming in on that pop-up.
Randall Grichuk, a 1 for 3 game. Foul back. He kind of made up his mind he was going to be swinging. 0-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Both teams with 9 hits. In the 8th inning, the Angels have the bottom third of their order coming up in Rengifo, Garneau, and Goodwin. And down goes Grichuk, a 1-2-3, 7th inning for Luis Garcia at the 5-5 game as we head to the 8th.
This game has been on time as far as his balance. Anytime that dog got out so quickly on a home run, staying back on the baseball well, homer, 2-run home run, single, scored a run, and also another single, driving in a run for Luis Rengifo, staying balanced, staying under control, and not chasing out of the strike zone.
Hudson, who finished off the 7th inning, back out for the 8th.
7 hits in his last 11 at-bats.
Guerrero playing in at third. And Luis pulls one down the line, foul.
Well, he's locked in.
Oh, nice play to the backhand.
Angel fan. Give that baseball to an Ottawa Senator fan.
Oh, 2.
Speaking of hockey, Corey Perry's last 2 years of his contract with the Ducks was bought out. What an amazing career he had with the Ducks. Corey Perry. Saw him a couple times over at the Big A and on Angel Night over at Honda Center.
Lifted foul. Well, sometimes it's difficult to make those decisions, but as an organization or in hockey organization,
with Corey Perry. Yes. We'll be in the Hall of Fame down the road.
Dustin Garneau on deck. 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tried to get the kids to go to the Hockey Hall of Fame here. They weren't feeling it.
I would have went with you.
I know. Would have been tough to blow them off just for you, though.
Well, I think you might have asked them kindly.
Went off the foot of Rengifo. Count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So bummed I've never gone to it yet.
Well, they say it's amazing.
Yeah. That firm fastball work in Hudson tonight. 9 pitches, 95 or faster.
Rengifo chases. There's out number 1.
He hasn't really chased anything out of the strike zone in all 4 at bats until that one there. He was upset with himself for chasing. He's been very patient throughout tonight.
Garneau called up, gets the start tonight.
One of those tough pitches, a high changeup like that. You read it a little bit more so when you chased it, though.
Broken bat, little pop up, middle part of the infield. Biggio, that ball spin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Once that baseball hit the turf, it was going to be a tough play. Trying to go with the bare hand, spin on it from breaking the bat, and then it hits the turf and spins away from Biggio. See how this redirected. He tried to get the bare hand, look up to see where Garneau was. No play. Second hit.
Brian Goodwin's first plate appearance of the night. Took over defensively in the 6th inning. Shohei Ohtani pinch hit for Tovar. Reach out a fielder's choice, then Goodwin took over and left. Borderline pitch. 1 ball and strike. 5-5 game. The Angels with solo runs the last 3 innings. Goodwin comes in batting .291. 12 doubles, a triple, 7 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Very concerned with Dustin Garneau over at first base. Kevin Smith, if you weren't with us earlier, placed on the injured list. A hand injury. One.
And expand that 97-mile-an-hour fastball. A lot of firm fastballs from Hudson.
Here's the 1-2. Goodwin fouls it back. Good swing at that 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Nice block. Well, bouncing a couple feet in front of the plate.
He's been real good behind the plate as far as blocking pitches in the dirt tonight. He's been tested quite a bit. Also with that split grip, he throws for his changeup to start with.
Top of the order, Fletcher on deck. Not a big lead for Garneau at first. 2-2 again. And again, fouled off.
Staying with that firm fastball throughout.
And that's the one thing about Hudson. As good of arm as he has, doesn't really have an out pitch per se. He gets odd swings on, Rengifo or someone expanding the strike zone.
Yeah, that was a bad pitch he threw. Really, that was a split finger. That was changeup. That was upstairs that he got a swing at.
Such as that pitch that was not even close to the strike zone. 2 outs.
He got a long look in spring training that thought was he was going to make the team. Pitch out of the bullpen for the Angels. Got to give you some length out of the bullpen as well. This could be a good matchup for Fletcher. Hudson, a lot of pitches upstairs with his fastball. Fletcher really good in the upper third.
Gave it tonight 1 for 4, a single back in the 5th.
Kaibachi loosening up.
He'll dribble toward third base. That's going to go as an infield base hit. And Trout will get an opportunity here with 2 on.
All you wanted from David Fletcher. Put the ball in play, force him to make a play against you. They're not able to do so. Infield hit, second hit. Fletcher, Trout coming to the plate now. This contact, the guy that puts the ball in play. Mike Trout is 9 for 16 in this series. The question is, do you want to go after him or Justin Upton? Imagine Trout's going to see a lot of up and in fastballs. Trout is 0 for 3 against Hudson.
Garneau at second, Fletcher at first. 5-5 game. We're in the top of the 8th. One ball, no strikes. Trout of multi-hit games, on board 3 times with a walk, single, and a double. Stole a base, scored a run.
Still think Trout's going to see some high fastballs in the inner half of the plate here. Trout at 317 with runners in scoring position this year. 3 for 3 last night. So slider, slider.
One. This is out toward right center field. It's playable for Grichuk. Angels get 2 on and leave them stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 5-5 game. Angels head on the road the last week before the All-Star break. 5-5, bottom of the 8th. Rowdy Tellez to lead things off. He takes outside. Luis Garcia, second inning of work. Retired to sign an order in the 7th, including a couple of strikeouts. He'll get Tellez, Freddie Galvis, Luke Maile. The Blue Jays half of the 8th. 2 balls, no strikes. Tellez 0 for 2. Strikeout, walk, and a fly ball to right. So what?
Pretty good moving fastball, 97 from Garcia.
Three balls, 1 strike. Looks like Cam Bedrosian is going to start to crank it up in the bullpen. Fletcher had been up. Bedrosian worked an inning and 2/3 last night. Full count. check swing. Did he go? No. Leadoff walk to start the 8th.
Pretty close. See if he held up. Yep, he's able to do it.
Galvis a 1-for-3 game. Shows Button, offers out and fouls it. Fletcher playing in over at third base. On the first base side, Garcia will pick it up. Has trouble with it and safe at first base. Almost looked like Garcia was trying to tag Galvis, who had already been by him. First 2 reaches start at the bottom of the 8th.
Angels may take a look at to see if Albert was able to keep his foot on the base, but Albert would have said something right away, I would think.
Halos haven't decided. Now they're going to challenge it. Albert was kind of waving to the dugout saying, don't challenge it.
Yeah.
There's something there. He didn't feel like he kept the foot on the base. And Adam Neville has been summoned out to the mound to check on Garcia. Question is, did Albert keep the foot on the base? Was it connected? Looked like the ball beat the foot of Galvis.
Yeah.
Question whether the foot is on the base. I mean, by replay standards, right? Looks connected there. The call on the field is safe.
Yeah.
Looks connected there. Right? See what they decide here. And safe as the call. I guarantee it's going to be not enough evidence to overturn. But if it appears the foot is on the base, then how can you claim that? Call stands. And with Bedrosian ready to go, Brad Ausmus is going to go out to the bullpen. Garcia had a 1-2-3 7th inning. First 2 have reached here to start the 8th. He will depart. It'll be Cam Bedrosian coming on. 5-5 game, a pitching change for the Halos.
Tying Trout with 22 home runs on the season as the Yankees beating the Astros 8-3 in the 6th inning.
Cam Bedrosian not in relief here. Nobody out. 35th game, 2-3 and a 2.55 ERA. 35 and a third innings, 41 strikeouts and 15 walks.
So Bunsenary as a pitcher, you're going to cover that third base side of the infield and allow Fletcher to stay back at the bag if you get off the mound quickly on a bunt scenario.
Billy McKinney is the pinch runner for Rowdy Tellez at second base. Maile shows bunt, fouls it. Maile tonight 0 for 3. Galvis, the base runner at first. Talk about 2 perfect pitches to bunt.
Yeah.
0-2. Outfield very shallow all the way around, and Goodwin, Trout, and Calhoun from left to right. Eric Sogard, the leadoff man, is on deck. Showing bunt once again. And down goes Bailey, one out.
Big strikeout for Cam Bedrosian and the Angels. Your goal when you're asked to run is basically you're going to play catch with the bat. Now trying to bunt a breaking ball after 2 pitches in a row were good pitches to just get that bunt down, unable to do so, and a strikeout.
Sogard with a double home run, single, and a walk. Takes his strike. Just got the email on the replay at first base. Replay official could not definitively determine that the fielder's foot was touching the base. Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Yeah.
One. Now a quick word from Hyundai.
This holiday, put big savings first during the Hyundai 4th of July sales event. Hurry in today.
Two balls, one strike. Looks like Garneau. Got a cross it?
The way he caught the ball, it appeared to be he was looking for he'd break a ball instead of a fastball.
Three-one count. Vlad Guerrero Jr. on deck. Halos with 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors. 9 men left on base. Toronto with 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They've stranded 11. Three-one now. Full count.
Borderline pitch called a strike.
Now the 3-2. Sogard walks and they're loaded up. The pitch was not even close for Sogard to even think about offering at it.
You know, the odd thing about what Cam did right after he walked him, he pointed back towards Rengifo to say this is where you're going with double play. Now he's realizing home is where you're going on a ground ball as a pitcher. Saw that last night with Law.
Yeah, at worst you get out number 2 at the plate.
Yes.
And keep it a tie game.
Yes.
Guerrero tonight 0 for 3. Walked in the second. McKinney at third, Galvis at second, and Sogard at first base.
0-1. Ground ball left side. Fletcher cuts it off. Goes to second for one. Relay back to first. And Pujols keeps the foot on the base.
Wow.
They turn to double play. Guerrero wants Charlie Montoya to look at it.
I hope Tommy Estella's okay. He's taking out pretty hard at second base. See if they check it. Boy, what a double play turn. How quickly did Fletcher get rid of that baseball? And Estella off balance.
Looked like Albert kept the foot on the base.
Yep, there it looks like he does.
Tommy La Stella on to Pujols at first base.
How quickly he got rid of it, but it's a tough play, and La Stella stays right in there. Nothing wrong with what Sogar did, even though he did lift that arm up. Complete a 5-4-3 double play. Well turned by the infield for the Angels, even with that hard slide, enough on the throw to get him out. At first base, double play turn. Pujols keeps the foot. You see right on the base. Guerrero Jr. now 1 for 21 this season against the Angels.
Ken Giles takes over on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays here in the 9th inning. Just activated off the injured list. He's been pretty good for the Blue Jays. He's got a chance to be traded. 26th game, 1-1 with a 1.08 ERA, 25 innings, especially for a team that's looking for a closer, you know, someone like the Minnesota Twins or somebody like that.
Firm fastball, 95 to 100, but also there was a lot of sliders, a tight, hard slider.
Halos have Upton, Calhoun, and Pujols coming up.
Up in 0 for 9 versus Giles in his career, looking for that first career hit against him.
Just a DHing tonight is 0 for 4. Line out, pop up, and a couple of strikeouts. 1-0 pitch. Slider, swing and a miss. Giles, the 6th pitcher used by Toronto. The starter, Clayton Richard, went 5 innings plus the batter. Jose Suarez went 5 for the Angels to start. One and 2. So Robles playing catch right now.
That's just a show pitch. Fastball. Came running up there to 100 miles an hour, but he likes to go to his slider.
Giles, 28 years of age, from New Mexico.
2/3 of the time on a 2-2 count against a righty, he's going to go with his slider.
Originally a Philly. 2-2. One down. Calhoun tonight, a couple of walks, 0 for 2, 1 run scored. Giles traded last year from the Astros to Toronto. 55 games, 26 total saves combined. This year with 11 saves. Pulled foul. McKinney, by the way, stays in the game. He's over at first base for Rowdy Tellez. The pinch running for him. Albert's on deck. Back-to-back strikeouts for Giles. 2 outs.
What a good way for Albert to work his way to St. Louis tonight with a home run here in the 9th inning. Sac fly tied it up in the 7th.
One-0. Takes a strike.
Bit of a hanging breaking ball.
Toronto at the bottom of the 9th inning has Gurriel, Biggio, and Hernandez coming up. And fouled off the mask of Maley. 1-2. One-two from Giles. Albert pulls it foul.
He's had a couple hanging breaking balls in this sequence.
Maley set up way outside. Ground ball broke his bat. Freddie Galvis comes charging in. Halos down in order here in the 9th. We're headed to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's a 5-5 game.
Aka on the mound, 4-3 with an ERA at 6.
Otto Robles on here, the bottom of the 9th inning. Blue Jays sending up 3, 4, and 5. This will be his 36th game. 3-0 with a 3.15 ERA. Just trying to keep it a 5-5 game to go to the 10th. Should we get there, the Angels will have La Stella, Rengifo, and Garneau. Gurriel, a 3-hit game with a single, double, and a home run. grounded out. 3 for 4. 9 home runs in the season now.
Real nice job by Cam Bedrosian again.
One 1-2.
99-mile-an-hour fastball from Robles.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Cavan Biggio on deck. Two. Foul at the plate.
Tuesday night with Hansel Robles, what he was able to do as far as his balance, throwing off the timing of Vlad Guerrero Jr. with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. The balance he kept, and then drive towards the plate, timing off, and Guerrero Jr.
This is low. Full count. Three-two, and down goes Gurriel. 1 out.
Close enough the pitch before to get the young hitter to expand the strike zone on the next pitch, and he swung at a pitch that was not a strike. Wanted a changeup.
Biggio 0 for 2, a sac fly in the first, a walk in the 5th. A quick pitch, a ball, no strikes. One. Biggio pulls one foul. Nick Kingham. Should this game go to the 10th? 1-2. Called strike 3. Down goes Biggio. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 outs.
100-mile-an-hour fastballs at the knees or close to the knees on the outside corner. Gets the call against the youngster. Already 5 pitches thrown by Hansel Robles, at least 95 miles an hour.
Teoscar Hernandez swinging first pitch. He homered in the first inning. 2-run shot, 1 for 4 on the night. No balls, 2 strikes.
Gonna go fastball away here.
1-2. Now the 1-2. Down goes Hernandez. The Blue Jays tombstoned here in the 9th. 3 strikeouts for Hansel Robles. Free baseball in Toronto. We're off to the 10th. It's a 5-5 game. 20 innings in Toronto. 7 hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. And he is going to face Listella, Rengifo, and Garneau for the Angels.
And Kingham fastball 89-94. Although a cut fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup.
Second appearance of the series for Kingham. First one's outside. Tommy, 2 for 4 with a couple of singles and a couple of ground outs. One. 1.
Likes his changeup 2-1 here.
This is hit towards second base, past Biggio and into right center field. A leadoff single for Listella.
A nice job of bringing his hands up and getting that high changeup.
Third hit for Tommy. Sorry, Goo.
He just went up there. I mean, he's been swinging the bat so well. Even a changeup, you would think elevated, you would hit it the other way. He was thinking extra base hit. He saw those eyes open up with a high pitch. Lines a base hit. Get the inning going. 3 hits for Listella, 3 hits for Rengifo, including a home run, 2-run home run, 3 RBIs. A lot of times you'll see a team put a pickoff on this to see if the batter will square around the bunt to give up, that he would think about a sacrifice bunt. I believe he's swinging here, though, the way he swung the bat today.
Home run, a couple of singles. Butcher's up and loosening. One-0. And there for a strike.
Backdoor cutter.
One. 1-2. got a piece of it, keeps the at-bat alive. Dribbler again foul. Hanging tough. Cal remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Leadoff single for Tommy. At a 5-5 game here in the 10th.
Yeah, there's a lot of heat between his curveball and changeups. Went ahead of the count against a left-handed batter. Thrown a couple of them already, a curveball and a changeup.
Guerrero way off the line at third base. Outfield pretty much straight up. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pulled toward first. McKinney has it. A little bit of a bobble. They fire to second. It's going to be a tag play. Double play, 2 outs.
So Justin Bour is going to pinch hit now. 3-6 double play.
Bour pitch hitting for Garneau as Lucroy will take over behind the plate. Bour, 174 batting average, 4 doubles, 6 home runs, 19 runs batted in as a pinch hitter this year, 0 for 4. Garneau finishes the game going 2 for 4, single and a double. One ball, 1 strike.
Might see a cutter coming in on this pitch, 1-1. See if we get the barrel of the bat out.
That's ripped to the right side. Biggio out in shallow right field has it. And we'll head to the bottom of the 10th inning with a 5-5 tie. On here at the bottom of the game. Hansel Robles pitched 1 inning and struck out 3. Tied the 5th reliever used by Brad Ausmus tonight. After Jose Suarez went 5 innings. His 35th game, 4-3 with a 2.02 ERA. And Toronto here in their half of the 10th inning has Grichuk, McKinney, and Galvis.
Lucroy now behind the plate.
The Angels technically have Noe Ramirez available. They do have Justin Anderson, although he threw a lot of pitches last night. Just trying to close it out for the Angels. You could go to someone like Felix Pena if you had to. Buttrey with a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Grichuk. Blue Jays right fielder tonight, 1 for 4. He doubled in the first. This is pulled to left field. Goodwin over to cut it off. Grichuk is going to slam on the brakes. It's a long single.
Nice play by Goodwin to cut that one off and get it in quickly. Went down and got that curveball a little bit more of the plate than Buttrey would want. Goodwin gets behind the baseball well and quickly throws it in.
First plate appearance for McKinney, who took over as a pinch runner for Rowdy Tellez in the 8th inning. 221 on the year. 3 home runs, 9 runs batted in. That is drilled out to right field. Cole moving back on it, and that is gone. A walk-off home run for Billy McKinney. And the Toronto Blue Jays pick up the victory tonight, 7-5.
Yeah, their first victory against the Angels all season long. The Angels are trying to go 7-0 against the Jays. McKinney gets a hanging breaking ball and hits a 2-run walk-off home run for the Jays.
Well, not the way you wanted this one to go. The Angels had plenty of opportunities early on in this game, just could not capitalize. As the Angels end up dropping this one on that pitch right there.
Yeah, it looked like it might even been a changeup there between his curveball and changeup. A lot of the play for Ty Buttrey. Doesn't happen often for Ty. That one driven out.
Halos dropped the final game of this 4-game set by the final of 7-5, and now follow back to an even 500 on the season, 38-38.
And our Land Rover above and beyond player of the game, Billy McKinney, with that walk-off home run, his 4th home run of the season to go along with his 11 doubles for the 2-run home run. The difference in the game for Toronto. Land Rover above and beyond player of the game.
Stick around the Nissan post-game show with Patrick O'Neill and Jose Mota to wrap things up. Coming up right after this.